Smash those likes. Hit that like button now. Like. Subscribe. Like. Subscribe. Like. And subscribe. Yes. Subliminal messaging is in this program. Hit the like button, subscribe, join at tauruscrypto.com. Join the crew at tauruscrypto.com. Thank you. That was a public service announcement. Oh, these countdowns are long. Is the camera on? Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How are we doing today? Welcome, everyone. And yeah, another day live. I never know how to start these streams or what I'm doing. I'll just say hi. So who do we have in here? We've got May Sound, as always, Killer Driller, Mikey P, another P. Lotmo Crypto, Eric's here. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, welcome. LS80, Mooney, Oth. I didn't forget to stream because I'm here. Liquid, Swooping Hawk, Cavier, Mark Tennant. Had said hello, but comment hidden. And who else do we have? There's a few others in here as well. Okay, welcome. So, let's talk about some trading, and we'll start as always with the Bitcoin chart and then we'll look elsewhere and we'll see what else is going on in the market. So hopefully we'll get a couple of trades. I have taken a long not so long ago. I took a long not so long ago. Long. And yeah, I am still holding that. So just seeing if we can push up here at this stage. So actually it happened at the typical, when do we love to see this happen? Yeah, it's the 130 pivot, and this happened like 5 minutes before our typical 130 pivot. So I actually took the long off of daily open. So we came down, hit daily open, and I took a long here. I'd kind of forgotten, if I'm honest, that we had the Asia lows just below, and at that stage I was like, meh. So I entered here, was mindful of the idea that we can take out the lows from this. That daily open's moved. That daily open shouldn't be there. I mean, it's exactly the same, but still, it's there, not a little bit further back. So yeah, I was mindful of the fact that we could take out those Asia lows, and that's ultimately where we got the reaction. So we have had a little bit of a change in local market structure. And because of that, I am looking for a little bit higher from this. So we'll just cover this for a start, and then maybe we can go back over some of the stuff we had yesterday, because that was actually a lot of fun. Yesterday was so much fun. I really, really enjoyed trading yesterday. And I'm sure a lot of people did as well. So, but at least from here, we can see, let's load up the sessions. So Asia, put it in the high during the Asia session, and then started to pull back. So London was just very much like, all the way down, and we had the downtrend forming, coming down, and then actually taking out this high here, which has given us a little bit of a change of market structure locally. So hopefully that does mean that we can lead up towards some higher prices here. If we're looking at where we could potentially find some support within this, I don't really want to see it coming all the way back down here again, if I'm honest, but it would be a typical trident type trade where you come back in to what was holding a support previously before getting continuation. And with the kind of those reciprocal levels where you would look for a bounce, let's say if we come into the golden pocket, into the 618, we can find some support, then that takes us back up to the weekly open and the weekly level, which is probably where I'm targeting this to go ultimately. We also have the point of control of our whole range at the weekly. So zoom out, look at the range as a whole, and our point of control is right there. So that's the target. That's where I'm aiming for. At that stage, maybe a short, because we could get an SFP again of those highs. So if we do take out the highs, come into that point of control, look for a little bit of a pullback. At that stage, you're looking at where that daily POC is, which we haven't really done very much today, but maybe that can happen. We also, of course, do have the previous day point of control in the same area. So yeah, it's like simple, really, isn't it? It sounds simple. You long off of the Asia lows, you're going to take out the Asia highs, you can short from the POC, the POCs, the session POC, previous day POC, range POC. That's probably a golden pocket as well from here, right? Close. Maybe the EQ. Yeah, the EQ. So you've got confluence there for sure. And yeah, let's see if we can get a move up towards there. So, I mean, that sounds too easy, doesn't it? Let's see. So we'll set some alerts. So basically, there's nothing really structural within this. Everything's been traded through. So really, you just got to do the fibs and hope for the best. So let's go 2,700, right? If you're not already in a long position, 2,700 looks decent. You got a big even down there. So if we can come into that, then that gives you a setup that looks a little something like this. And validation down here, because we've already taken liquidity, so there's not really any reason to be doing that. And then you get a nice trade off of this. And you get a decent, you can target a 1% move. Not much, not a lot, considering the volatility that we've had, but 1% as a scalp is good enough. So yeah, that'll be the one. Let's see how it goes. The alerts are set. If we're looking elsewhere, let's have a look at the rest of the market. We only have 40 likes so far, and we have 89 viewers. So let's please get this up to 50 likes. That would be wonderful. And then we will continue. DXY is doing nothing. It took out the lows yesterday. It didn't quite come down and take out like liquidity, but we did have that lower SFP and a bounce, which, where's it gone? Golden pocket, there it is. So yeah, dollar resistance at the moment, but I think ultimately I am expecting a push up on this. And yeah, the S&P, after it very annoyingly stopped me out, has pulled back a lot, but again, back into support. So we'll see how this gets on here. Crypto Face is live. So, cool. Was trying to snipe 21,800, but oh well, it never went there. Oh, right, yeah. So yesterday, okay, this was during the trading room. We'll go over some of the trades yesterday. Did anyone catch the short? We did. Trading room, we did it live. So we were doing that with the crew. We had our trading room yesterday. So again, anybody who is not already in the crew and who is interested in learning more about that, do go and visit tauruscrypto.com. That is where you can find out more information about us. We do live trading on a daily basis, basically. We've got our educational content. So there's educational content that covers just about everything you could possibly want. We've got our playbook strategies. So the trade that we took yesterday was based off of the playbook strategy. It was just a very simple SFP of the highs, which is what we keep doing. Every time we've taken the highs, we've been shorting them. And this one in particular played out very, very well. There's a ton of other stuff as well. We've got good resources, templates, exochart stuff as well over there. And it is a good place to learn. It is a good place to trade. There are tons of really good traders within the crew. And yeah, just click on the crew tab and you can find out more information. You can buy a monthly, or you can choose to make some savings if you go for a larger. If you want to sign up for a year, then you save like loads of money, right? This used to say how much it saved, but it doesn't right now. So yeah, and you can also buy with crypto. So that is there. Do go check out the website if you have not done so already. But yes, yeah, and nothing else to say. How many likes do we have now? Or is that encouraging people to smash the likes? We're up to 60. That's decent. That's decent enough. We've got 60 likes. We've got over 100 viewers in here now. But I'm not seeing anyone visiting the website, so hurry up and visit the website and join the crew. And then we will continue. Also, on something's wrong. Why is someone saying something's wrong? Oh, right, you're just talking about... yeah, get on with it, lol. Hey, no, I'll get on with it at my own time, at my own pace. And because nothing's really happening at the moment, we've just spoken about the scenario that we want to play out. So, yeah, we're just waiting. When something happens, I'll start talking about it. Waiting on that 50% discount before you join the crew. Now that is just cheap. Why are you being so cheap? Who says we're going to do any deals? I never said I was going to do a deal. Never said there was going to be a 50% discount. So... maybe. You already get 50% discount, basically, if you... There is a big lag on this stream. Oh, no, it's not. I'm just not up to date. Forget it. Right. Do we look at something else just in the meantime? Let's wait for the alerts. Let's just see. I'm going to place an alert a little bit higher just if Bitcoin does something boring. And yeah. ETH. I'm not really expecting much on Ethereum right now. That's obviously your daily level, not your daily open. Where is your daily open? Down here. Okay. Yeah, Ethereum's not doing much, is it? Did you take profit on the long yet? No, not yet. It's a fairly small trade and we're only looking at like a 1%, 1.5% move anyway. So just sticking with it. I'm still in the short from yesterday as well. So I'm still holding the short that we got at the highs there. But yeah, I haven't taken profit yet on the long. I'd like to see that come up to reach target. It's not like a take profit kind of trade. The percentage move isn't big enough for me. So it's either going to work or it's not. I'll just close out of it if we do hit 20,900. I'm thirsty. Crazy water bottle sound incoming. Lovely. Long top, short the bottom. That's the way to do it. Yes, Tony. That's what most people do, right? They long the top and they short the bottom. So this might give us a trade. Are we going to get one? Are we going to get one? Spiral Vork, where's your stop loss at? It's on the screen. There. On the screen. Even the low that we put in earlier though, it wasn't the best one in the world. So let's see. Are we getting any kind of absorption around here? Anything that might make us think that we are likely to see a bounce a little bit earlier here? Because it's just blocking out. Books are so super duper thin. FTX. Jeez. Yeah, we're not moving from here yet, are we then? Huh. Mido, is it likely to take yesterday's low then reverse? I wouldn't have thought so. Like, that's not really what I'm looking for today. I mean, the low that we put in yesterday was quite nice. Okay, yeah, we took all the liquidity it needed to do. I wasn't actually looking at these lows down here to be taken. I mean, this is plenty. So you take out all of these equal lows here. That stops most people out, because most people, if they're long within this range, I think would have placed stops below this rather than below this, because people are kind of greedy. They don't want to take the loss. They want to just make that stop too tight. So I'm not really looking at that playing out. I think if we do start to come down here and come in to take out these lows again, ultimately we're probably looking at a move down towards 20. Okay, I don't know if I'd take an SFP off of this. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's less likely today. I am looking for more upside. I still think the range is looking pretty good as a whole. I still think it's quite a nice range to trade. This low at the moment just seems to be a good one. So I think holding within here and here, everything internal for now. Maybe we do start to rise back up. If we can break this, then I'd be looking back up towards the value area high. I think that's sufficient for me. And then coming into next week or something, we can look at then taking out either the highs or the lows, seeing how it's looking. I'm not sure yet whether this, it doesn't, to me, that doesn't feel like it's the high that's going to send us significantly lower. I still think we're going to go higher. But yeah, we're going to need to hold around here and just start to consolidate again before it can be ready to push back up. Ben Dow is in the house. Welcome. I should be wearing my Taurus t-shirt, logo t-shirt. Ooh, okay, there we go. Are we going to get this long? Is it going to happen? Now you're in the right kind of zone to be looking for a long position now, with the stop loss at the lows. If we can come back into the daily open again and chill out around there, 20,700 to down towards about 20,680, 670, that'd be okay. Can you please set a Bitcoin price where you are self-appointed rich? What would people consider to be rich, and how much Bitcoin do most people have? I don't know. I want to see 100k Bitcoin, like in the next 2 years, 3 years. That'd be good. 100k Bitcoin in 2025. That's the dream. That'd be lovely. have we still a little bit of time to go before the New York Open? 7 million is rich. That'd be nice. 1,000 BTC. That would also be nice if I had 1,000 BTC. Wow. So yeah, SPX at support. It had its little fake out. It stopped me out of my short position after I'd taken profit. Stopped me out. It was looking as if it was a decent little breakout that I had going on, and then just chat itself. I mean, I caught the short on Bitcoin, which is better because I play with much larger size on Bitcoin anyway, but it would have been nice to have had a short open on the S&P, because I did say that 4,000 was the big resistance, and that if it failed there, it's likely to come back into here. So, oh well. And this will be around about the 0.5 as well that we have here. So there's confluence. It's exactly the 0.5. So we do have confluence here for this holding as support and getting a bit of a bounce underway. Obviously, the S&P is going to gap down quite significantly. So there is that. And we do have liquidity down here. This is on the ES more than the... you got that nice order block here on the S&P futures. On the ES, it's not really the case, but then you do have liquidity below here. And for any of you IC twat traders, then we've got a fair value gap down here for or whatever it is you like to call them. Roy next KSM trade played out like a charm. Cool, we'll have a look at that. Are there any crew meetups coming up? I still need to do one of them. I think, like, it's also, in general, right, the market's still kind of dead, and, like, I want to see a bit of, like, hype. I want to see the market become more exciting. And then it'll be fun to do some meetups. But I just get the feeling that if I organize, like, a crew meetup now, I keep thinking to do it. I just always get that feeling that if I organize one, it will just end up with like 3 people and it'll be really, really sad. But I don't know, maybe we should put it out there as an option, and we can do a bit of a party at some point. Show of hands, who would, if we did a crew meetup in London, and let's say there was we make it something proper, so it doesn't end up with just a few people joining. We'll do there'll be like a cost to it, and we'll do some like trading together, and we'll do that side of things. We'll go out, we'll get some food, we'll get some drinks, and maybe it's like, I don't know, like $100 or something for a day in London. And that will be like all of the food and everything included. Might be kind of cool. Maybe we should charge. Maybe we should make it more than that. I don't know. Is there any news happening today? No, not today. There has been unemployment claims, which were down significantly. There is an FOMC talk later on, but yeah, nothing significant. Stanley Young, are you in the... Wow, you've got the special color thing. You're one of the few people that's on the... has the cool little thingy-majiggy, whatever it's called. I don't know. Oh my God. Anyway, look. we came down into that area that we were looking for those long positions. So that's roughly where we were saying. You came close to the golden pocket. It's, I mean, yeah, literally just hit the 618. Just front run it. So now let's see. I've still got the alert here. If we do start to come down and take those lows again, then that looks like that. There's not too much point in looking over the order flow right now. There's not a whole lot going on there. How do you get that? How do I get what? Oh, the cool name thing. This by joining like the membership on the YouTube. But I don't really know how it works or what it is. It's just a thing that's there that gives you access to some emojis and colors your name in nicely. Okay. Oh, there's a couple of other trades I wanted to go over. So first of all, let's go to Bybit. Raven. Okay, I did take a short earlier on Raven. We had an SFP of local highs. So you had a big drop yesterday on Raven. It was like the biggest mover up, or it was the biggest mover up earlier on today. It has subsequently been taken over by Engine. But yeah, I took a short off of this earlier. It was just one of those quick little scalpy trades that just was flicking through the markets, saw that it had just taken out the highs, and I took a short from like after it had done the S&P. I was like, okay, cool, that looks nice. So we'll see how that gets along. I think realistically just looking like a scalp trade back down. So I haven't taken profit on that yet, but I probably will do fairly soon because it's already had a decent pullback. So you've had a pullback from those highs of 6% already. Some of these altcoins are good fun. So yeah, 6% move down already on this. I was also looking at the possibility of a short on something. Let me go back onto Discord and find it. H-bar. I was looking at the possibility of a short on H-bar. I want to use the Bybit. There we go. So this was something we had identified in the trading room yesterday, along with the crew. So somebody was asking about this because it was moving up really nicely yesterday, and we were looking at the daily level as a potential short. We've also got the POC of the previous range there at 6 cents. So if it could come up into around about that 6 cent zone, then that would be where I'd be looking to take the short. We have since taken out that daily level. So we have hit the daily level on 2 occasions. So for me, I haven't taken a trade on this yet. I would still like to see it take out the highs once more, maybe. And then from like 6 cents, I'd look for a short position back down, basically, just to start taking out some of this below us. So that is a potential short position that we do have on H-bar. But yeah, other than that, the altcoin's not really moving very much today. So I've kind of had to flick through and find opportunities where there's not a whole lot going on. Engine does look interesting. But beyond like that little OB that you've got there, there's not a whole lot here. We have 1 minute until the open, so let's actually, oh, you're at the POC. We'll come back to Engine in a second, actually, because that could be another short position, maybe, that you could be looking at, just because we're at that POC. There's the gap down on the S&P 500. So I don't need this gap here anymore, do I? Because that does not exist. You got a gap. Send an alert on it. if we hit the gap. BTC is pumping on 3 minutes. Good. That would be nice. What is the... Yeah. Okay, cool. We are off. We're up and running here on this trade. Did anyone catch it from this second low, or were people front run a little bit? I mean, like I say, I'm long from here, so it's easy for me. There, that's my position exactly. So I'm long from 20,676. And I'm looking up here at the weekly level. Even a 1% move, look at that. It's like a 1% move just takes out those highs. It's pretty much perfect. It's just what you want to see. So let's see if we can get it. So just coming back in to test that London point of control. Held okay. Oh, we got VWAP here as well. So daily POC back above VWAP. Let's see how this gets on. Let's see if this can launch a bit further. Mikey P took a long from the daily, took profit out VWAP, wanted to compound on the pullback, but got front run. That's all right though. You've got the trade, you've taken profit, and let's just see how the rest runs. And yeah, this is the thing. Like I always, usually most of my trades, as we come back into the POC and the VWAP, that will be a take profit for me automatically. So that's the low risk thing, but it just wasn't enough of a move for me to really justify that on this occasion. And because I'm in the short already, I kind of just want to hold the long anyway. So if we actually look at where the VWAP was, where we came up to here, it was like, you didn't really get that 0.5%, which is what you want. Dirty front runs, yes. Dirty. Nice name. Oh, right, yeah. You're commenting about the name of the guy above. I'll just call you TKMKP. Anchored VWAP from range low is resistance at the moment. Huh. This one? Ooh, it is. It is. Nice. Yeah, cool. That is resistance currently. What's the delta like within this range in general from where we put in the low? You're okay here, you know. So if we're looking at, you definitely have been building those divergences. Because if we look at the low that we put in here, higher than we were over here, but you've got negative CVD within this range. The only point at which people started to long was up the top here. So you've got a short area where people were long, and then down here it is very negative delta, and making a whatever you call it, a higher low. Right? So you are building pretty good divergences here, which hopefully will take us up into this point of control. We'll see. Looking at order flow, Bybit is shorting the rise. Am I correct? It's shorting the range. So we just looked at that. Short on the rise. Let's have a look. Just go in a little bit closer. Open interest. Yeah. So this is chasing up for now. You are getting these negative deltas on each tick back. You've not got a huge amount of momentum here, though, in either direction. I wouldn't say that you've got like heavy shorting going on within this. There is certainly chasing going on, and this is what you like to see on each of these little tick backs here. Wrong tool. But like you can see it here and here. So each time you are getting those imbalances at the lows that are outside of value area, which is quite nice to see. So as long as that continues to happen, then you can expect to see this continue grinding up a little bit. So yeah, there are shorts starting to enter, or there have been shorts starting to enter within this the last few minutes. So hopefully that can just continue to push, and we can start to see some of those get liquidated in a little bit. Where are our liquidation levels? This might be something worth looking at. Let's go over here. I don't like, that's not the one I want. Damn it. That's not my liquidation indicator thing that I use. Never mind. This is boring. +1 on Tony's last question. Luke, what is that red-green stuff? This, yeah? Are you talking about this? Here. Quick. Is that what you're talking about? I'll go back to the chart, and then if I get a yes, then I'll explain. I mean, I can explain it anyway. Who doesn't know what this is? Who is interested in knowing, in learning? We'll do some education. We'll do some teachings. We'll do some teachings today. So this is the anchored view app on ExoCharts. You can use it on any ExoCharts template that you wish to use it on. So it's also quite nice on a little TPO that we have over here. We can do this. We can look at our anchored view app with the TPO. And we can do things like that, where we can see that there's a lot of buying going on, a lot of buying going on within this range. So what this does is it's really nice. It can show you without needing to use the delta and without really needing to decipher whether you're getting bullish divergences or not. You can look at a range and you can basically say, what's the general gist of the market doing at this stage? Are people overall like net long within this range, or are they net short within this? Ooh, you're pushing. Hold on, let me get this done quickly. So generally speaking, like, are people net long or net short? Comparatively to like a previous low or a previous high or something. So for me, what I'm looking at here is this, it gives you the VWAP, but this is a CVD line that's underneath. So what you can see here is the points in which you are getting more selling than buying, where the shading is red, and more buying than selling when the shading is green. So at the moment, compared to this low here, we're making a higher low, but there is more selling that has occurred within this range than there was when price was down here, which suggests to me that there is absorption going on. Yeah? So if you're getting more selling at market within the whole range and price is making a higher low, which on this occasion it has, then you can assume that that is bullish divergence, and therefore you're going to be able to push a little bit higher. it's exactly the same as what you're saying here, okay? Because you can see this is the low, draw a straight line, and this is what it's calculating, right? So you can see while CVD is below, we're about to hit target on this, you can see as CVD is below, whilst it's making higher lows, then CVD comes below, and then this is going to start shading green again soon. As soon as we come up and take this, probably we're going to start shading green again back on there. So that's basically what it is. It's just without having to look at the delta, you can just get a very quick read of what it is, what it's saying. We have taken out the highs. Oh my god, I need to take profit. We have taken out the highs. Target is complete. That is the trade. I'm happy. Let me open up a little in silico over here. And that's done. I mean, I'll take 50% off. I'll leave the rest running. Let's close 50% at market. I mean, I've not got the best. Are we going to get a little bit more? Are we going to rise? Come on, just give me a proper exit. Oh, fuck it, never mind. It's good enough. Got me a little move from this. So I closed 50% here. Happy days. This could be a scalp short. Could be a scalp short, but because you're only looking back into the, was that worth the scalp short? Yeah, you can trade this back into the POC, back into the VWAP again. And again, that could be another place to look for a long. Maybe here, so. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if this is a valid question, but in order flow analysis, what kind of ratio in terms of longs to shorts do you look for to think they will move the market rather than just range? I don't really think about things like that, really. So I kind of get what you're saying. You want to look for extremes, but the thing is, extremes within trading and extremes within delta aren't that extreme anyway. It's all subtleties with trading, but you do want to be focusing on the extremes. So for me, if you're looking at like likely reversal points, you want to see there be heavy imbalances. We'll see if there's any examples of this in the chart. Like heavy imbalances, you want to see either a big rise or a big drop in open interest. So you want to see an extreme in that case. A big rise in open interest is an indication of that will at some point become support and resistance in the future if price starts to move away from there. A big drop in open interest suggests that you've put in a pivot, like a significant pivot. When you have the delta that's lining up with that, then yeah, again, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to find an example just to explain it in a little bit more detail. But it's that kind of thing, yeah? So open interest along with CVD, you're looking for the subtleties in CVD that are like a cumulative effect, and then it's the big spikes, the big extremes. So the big spikes up or down in price, where you're getting excess at the highs and at the lows. That's the type of thing that you want to see for those pivots. Like on here, in all honesty, there's it's not the best high. that we put in. So I still think that there's a good opportunity to come back. Look, where have we ended up again? We said that it was probably going to pull back to the VWAP, and it has. So you're going to get another bounce again soon. This is where you'd maybe look for a long position. If you took a short off of the SFP, this is where you would want to take profit. And trading at the moment is so chill. It's been really nice. The conditions have been so nice. Since all that impulse, like, I don't like the impulsive stuff. I normally just sit it out. Like that whole big move up, that like, however high we went last week, that 10% move or whatever it was. It's not a big move, I know, but how high did we go? What kind of move was it? This. Oh, 20% move, 10%. Okay, it was a big move. I sat most of that out, and now I've just got back into trading again. Like, these ranges are so much nicer to trade. They're really quite just, you can just chill out and enjoy them, enjoy trading them. You don't have to be all frantic and like, being like, oh my God, Bitcoin's moving, it's so crazy. It's like, just wait, allow that stuff to happen, and then just chill with the range, because you still get big percentages. You can still make a load of money when Bitcoin's basically standing still waiting for the next thing to happen. Like yesterday was just, this week as a whole has been so good. So good to trade. So we managed to basically, we got 2 trades during the New York trading room yesterday. We got the long, right? So there was the long as we came out, took out the Asia lows here. So I was able to catch a long position, traded that right up into the high, short from the highs. There was another opportunity for a long position because we did notice that coming in whilst we were doing the trading room. I think that was just as we got that drop. Because we saw, it was down here. Oh, no, it was this one. So it was after we took the highs. We were then able to go long. When we came back here, I think I've still got it. Yeah, there we go. It's still all marked on the chart. So this is the thing. Like, it's been even like yesterday in those like really mad conditions. Yesterday was great. We got the SFP of the highs. You got really good excess, really nice imbalances at the highs there. You can see that. You can see the trap value area and everything that we had. We came back down. We absorbed at VWAP, and we were saying VWAP and point of control of the day was really, really nice. Then moving up, we'd identified that beyond here, this is where you had the trap traders up at the top. So trap longs at the highs, short position once again, traded it all the way down, and then it just went like nuts. It went crazy, went through target, took out the lows of the week. It was great. Really, really nice trading. Zach Sal, why do you think that's funny? Like, genuine question. Why do you think that it's, I don't know if you do, why do you think it's weird to sit out impulses and trade ranges? Because as a trader, you don't want to be trading impulses. You trade the market. To try and trade an impulse is gambling, basically, because you don't know what's going to happen at that stage. The market's not acting in a normal way. Support and resistance in its normal form doesn't really happen. So I hold spot positions, so I'm up 20%. My whole portfolio, because alts were going wild as well. I mean, I've literally doubled my money in a week. Like, if I look at my portfolio, I have twice as much money as I did this time a week ago, which is amazing. But why would you need to trade it when prices are just going nuts and they're flying? Like, just be like, oh, this is great, and then you just take profit when things chill out. Like, it's when your net worth doubles in a week, you don't need to trade it. You just chill. I took a couple of short positions and small losses, but just chill. And then you can trade this again, because now my net worth again is like, my portfolio is stable. So then you get back into trading. Um, so you say if one is a trader, they should not. I didn't say you shouldn't do anything. When did I say that? I never said you shouldn't do anything. I said I sat it out mostly. I didn't say I didn't trade any of it. I said I mainly sat it out. I didn't say no one, everyone else should have sat it out. But I think they're dangerous conditions to trade. And for me, like, that's it. I like to, be a bit more chilled when it's coming to trading. And you trade the conditions that you're used to. So for me, like, I like these conditions because they're fairly chill. Like we spoke about a scenario happening at the start of the stream. That scenario has literally exactly played out. Like everything I've said within this whole stream has played out exactly. Yeah, we had the pullback from earlier. We came back in to the 618, tiny front run. So maybe not exact. We took the highs. Now where are we? Daily point of control, VWAP. We've had a bounce. This is where you'd expect to get a bounce, and that's what we're doing. So these kind of conditions are the kind of conditions that I like because I can just see what's going to happen next, and trade it, which is, yeah. Just out of interest, if you have such a high accuracy and win rate in trading, why would you trade assets where the money is not going at the moment? Why not trade commodities with high momentum? It doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, it doesn't matter what you trade. I understand how Bitcoin works, and that's what I enjoy trading. So you trade percentage moves with anything. So why does it matter where there's more money? Because everything moves. The only reason you'd stop trading Bitcoin is if it like literally stopped and was like flat forever. Then you'd have to stop trading it because then you wouldn't have opportunities. But it's full of opportunities. I don't care if there's 1 million people trading that market or if there's 10 people trading that market. If we can make a bit of money from the movements that it makes, then that's good for me. Where you take profits on the short from yesterday, or is it a hedge on the spot? So I've closed out of the one that I did on like from the trading room, right? I've closed that trade. So that one I closed as soon as we took out the Monday low, but I'm holding a short from the same level. So I've been short here on main account, and then like trading account is also short. So I've closed one of them and then I'm holding the other one. I haven't even taken profit on the other. Again, like it's more of a hedged type of thing. I wasn't expecting a big move like this. So the fact that we're down here and I'm short from the high is, I'm fairly happy with that. Just going to hold it. Yeah, I probably will start doing the copy trading account again, but it's unlikely to be on Bybit. So we're looking at other options for that. The problem with Bybit is it's not a good interface at all for doing that kind of thing. It's too much hassle, and I can only do it if I'm sat at the computer. You can't do like copy trade. I don't know if they've changed or anything, but it's not nice. It's not nice. So if I do, it's probably more likely to be on BitGet or OKX rather than Bybit. But yeah. SPY 395 calls end of the day. Easy money pumping coming, maybe. Where are we? Okay. So again, you would probably expect the S&P to find some support here and to get a move up into fill the gap, maybe. Take a look at Mexi. The UI is great. Yeah, I do like Mexi. There's so many options for trading now. I still trade on Bybit. That's what I like to trade my own stuff from. But there's so many exchanges out there. The SPX, SPY and SPX and ES, they're all the same. They're just different. It's like one of them's it's like the CME in comparison to Bitcoin. So different prices, I guess. Yeah, more or less the same. So ES, SPX, 500 USD, SPX, SPY, similar. Same market, different like instrument for that market. Damien, I do announce my trades in real time. I'm announcing them now. And I post them in Discord. Anything else we want to have a look at? Also, while we're at it, we're almost at 100 likes. Can we get this up to 100 likes? We got 120 people watching. We'll see if we can get this up to 100 likes. I think we've got some new people watching as well. So if you are new to the channel, again, please do go visit tauruscrypto.com, where you can find out more about our community, where we do daily live trading sessions. We've got our educational section. We've got our playbook strategies, so stuff that you can trade on a daily basis. A really, really nice community there. And also, if you do check out some of the links in the description below, if you still want to support the community, support the stream that we're doing, and if you want to, then we do have a partnership with Bybit. So Bybit is the exchange that we use to trade on. And I've had confirmation now, so that the 100% discount on maker fees is for your first 30 days. So that's what it now is. I'm going to try and get it to roll over for longer, but that's what so if you do want a 100% discount on your maker fees, I think there are some people who still have it, but at the moment the discount is, you can get a full rebate on all of your limit order fees for 30 days on Bybit if you use the link in the description below. Back to the chart. How do you feel about SPY going to the monthly yearly open within the next 3 weeks? I don't know. Where is that? Again, I don't trade this that much. So your monthly level, where is this? Where is it? We'll do a little bit more on here. Yeah, new private every month. Yeah. You got support down there. Again, if we ended up taking those lows, it would be a good place, wouldn't it? Have you got like a POC down there? This one does have volume, yeah. Look at the whole range. See, that yearly open just is a little bit like just hanging out in kind of the middle of nowhere. Look at this, New York. What has happened here to that session indicator? Yeah, that's a bit better. Thoughts on APT? Yeah, we can have a look at that. Aptos. Eyes into crypto. You can have a look at that anytime. So the link is in the Discord. So we do have the trading journal, and you can view that whenever you feel like it. So I don't need to show it on whilst we're live. These are for the trades that we take during the trading rooms. But I do need to update it with today's ones. If volume is high for candle, but OI doesn't change, what is happening? OI would change. I'd need to see an example. In that case, you'd have, I mean, it's an equal, an equal amount of positions opening and closing at the same time. With high volume, you can get that. So, I mean, maybe there's a ton of liquidations or something. Without an example, it's really hard to say what may or may not be happening there. Oh, I was supposed to look at Aptos a little bit. I don't really know. That's not right. We need to find a chart with a bit more history. Is there a chart? No, this is just literally when it launched, isn't it? I mean, Aptos looks great. It's a really, really, really great project. And I have quite a lot of it. So in terms of the technicals on here, is there anything that we really have here? Because we had the range that was lower. And again, this is like I've been saying, once you get to this point, you can kind of just let spot ride. There is a perpetual contract for it, but to trade this as a range, it's decent, right? You'd probably want to see this take the highs again. But what it did yesterday, taking out those lows, would have been a great short, great long position. So you've got a range here, which I'll draw it from this one because that is a little bit cleaner with a couple of deviations, because that's really where you impulsed up, held the high, and then this is now, that previous high was holding as resistance. Midpoint's holding now. You come down SFP for the lows. So you've got a decent little range in which to trade here. Most of your volume's up at the top. I'm going to do, what else can we use for this? Because it is, again, such an impulsive move. You have support from the EMA, so basically looking at the daily, it's gone up a little bit too hard, too much, too fast. So even like your 21-day EMAs aren't anywhere near price. You've got that support on the 4-hour. So, but when you start to see these bands coil up, if it can't start to impulse back up now, I think that's the 50. Yeah. A little bit too soon to be looking at a move outside of this range. You drop down to that 200 EMA on the hourly. I don't like using EMAs, but they do work. If we've got an anchored VWAP from here. There. It's in the middle of the range and it still looks healthy to me. So I'd still be expecting this to quite easily be able to continue moving higher. Yeah. But the last actual trade opportunity was the SFP of those lows. So you'd want to come and see some of this liquidity taken up at the highs now. Yeah. Bitcoin's taking the highs again. Woohoo! Okay, good. So now we're looking at the previous day point of control as the next point. So this is a take profit, and now you'd be looking at a move up into previous day point of control, which is over here. There we go. Hit it. Again, potential scalp short off of this. What's your next move on BTC? At this stage, it's done everything we wanted it to do. Now you're looking at this. You got to break through this and hold for me to be looking at long positions again here. I've taken profit on the long already. For now, this would be more likely to be a scalp short off of this. However, we do have to be aware that the S&P has gapped down, and that's likely to start coming back up and filling that. So certainly for me, we've been down at the lows of the range. I'm holding that long position. We've hit target off of this trade, so that trade's done. Now, I mean, the next thing, if it can start to push beyond here, you've got weekly VWAP and previous day VWAP close together. So that starts to look a little quite nice, right? If it can push beyond there and then start to hold, that's when you can look for the long positions back up towards that value area high and back up towards the highs again. So overall, my whole view on the market is that as we took the highs yesterday, it was just a big drop. It just took liquidity, took out a load of long positions, which I think is why we've got some really salty people in there, because I'd imagine a lot of people in longs that were being a bit silly up at the highs have been stopped. So I think that's why we've got the saltiness in the chat today. You can always know when people have lost on trading by the kind of vibes that you get from when you're streaming, because people don't like it when you're right if they've been wrong. So yeah, I think this is although I'm still holding the short position, and again, as a trader, I have to, because I have to be aware of more downside, and we're still a long way off of this. So I've got a really nice short position from the high that on one account has been closed out of, and I've made that money. But I don't feel like we're ready to drop like significantly lower down yet. I'm still very much open to the possibility that we can come back up and we can come up into that weekly. We can hit that 21,800 level. But for now, we've tested that POC. That would be a short position. We've had the long. But you've had an SFP of the highs. Where would you take this to? That's the problem now is like where would this go? Because it's not really got we've back tested down here. It's easier to trade if it claims this and starts holding above, because then you can look for the long positions higher and there's a lot better levels up. If we do just reject from this POC and drop, then I guess you've got to be looking down here. So 20,600, just below that low that we put in yesterday. But because that's like an intraday low where you have another low down here, where's, oh no, God, I've closed all the comments because I just opened up in Silico. Yeah, because we're holding that value area, so you don't really want to see it start dropping. I want to see it push through the POC, which is why I'm more reluctant to take a short here, because to find a target for that short position is difficult, and because I'm already in a short position, I don't want too much short exposure at the lows of the range. That's why like taking profit from the long, getting that one done is sufficient for me. Because at this stage, if you're going to drop, you've got to be looking quite a lot lower. And I don't think we're ready for that yet. Because you're then looking at where all the single prints are. So realistically, you'd be coming down to like 19.2 to 19.5, but it's a big zone. Because that's where you've got your single print. So start falling from here, and you're rejecting at the POC, and we're probably looking at the next level for longs being quite a lot lower. But I just don't see that being very likely. I still reckon we come and take the highs again before we think about dropping down here. I just don't think that looks that likely, to be honest. We got a really bearish CVD in a 5 minute. On the 5 minute. Let's have a look. You can scalp shorts, yeah, but just because we've had, this is the thing, we've already had the short from the SFP of the highs back into the point of control. So to take the same trade again, yeah, sure. But at that stage, if we do come down here, you're not going to expect that to take the highs again after this. So although you could scalp short from here, that scalp short into the daily point of control is like it's done that already. So then if you start to test it again, it's just going to cause, you're going to end up falling through it. I'd much rather see this hold and continue pushing higher. It would be much, much better for me. There's much more to trade above this. I think there's the little range, the little section of the chart that we're in, everything's traded, everything's done. So again, what we were talking about, you took out the Asia lows, you got it pushed up, you came back into the 618, we then took the highs, then we're looking at the scalp short, taking profit off of that scalp short into the daily point of control, into the VWAP. That was enough to push it higher. Everything that's there within this, since we've been live, it's done. So the only remaining possibilities are to continue pushing higher, where you've got previous day EQ and you've got the previous day VWAP close. You've got the weekly VWAP up there. For me to take another trade, it just has to continue pushing higher now. Because otherwise it's, drop down and take out those lows. That's the only other thing, but it's not really a level down there. Let's keep going up. I'm probably going to wrap things up now. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap things up because I don't think we're going to hit anything else during this stream. Unless this come on, just break through it. Let's do it. See if there's a little bit of momentum. Because the next level is previous day VWAP close, previous day EQ. Oh man. Oh, Bitcoin is behaving itself so well today. I know there's been a few comments on they don't like it when you say things are going exactly as predicted, but I mean, it literally is, isn't it? We're just talking about what Bitcoin's going to do and it's just doing it. And this is why I trade this market. So this is answering all of the questions from the weirdos who try to throw me off. And being like, oh, why do you trade this market when there's no money in this market? I mean, because it's easy most of the time. All you got to do is just listen. Come on. What do you think of main descending trend line on log for BTC? Let's have a look. Let's go on to this one, right? This may be different on derivatives, so I'll draw it on here as well. Yeah, okay. I like that. Because on the macro, you've got to be aware of what's going on log. The problem is you've only had a couple of touches from it, so I don't know. I don't know how valid really it may end up being. I don't tend to look at the trend lines that much. It's not going to be the kind of thing that you're just going to hit and react off of. It will be the kind of thing that you'll likely, let's say price does come up into here, you're probably going to just mess around with it for a while. As you just get a general overall, maybe rotating back out of things. You're not just going to go ping and reject off of something like that. But I mean, similar to what the S&P's done, right? Because we're there on the S&P. this isn't log, this is linear, but if you look at where we are, it was hanging around at that trend line for a long time. And again, previously, you've had a couple of attempts at it, failed breakout, drop. And again, what we're seeing today, like a failed breakout and then drop. But at some point, yeah, if you can start to push in, then fine. So it's a very, very similar situation, I would say, until like to what you have going on the S&P. This is a bit of a better trend line. It's a bit more significant because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like clear touches on there. Whereas on Bitcoin, it's like a couple of little ping, ping, done. So yeah, not particularly important, but it's a good, yeah. Because what you could also look at this is like some huge bump and run. But yeah, not too many thoughts on that. Do we have one on ETH as well? Just out of interest, as we're drawing lines. You got this. Yeah. Where are we at? Are we moving? Come on. I'm going to give this 5 more minutes. I'll give it until 1:30, then I will have done an hour and a half of streaming, which is plenty. If we haven't got another trade by 1:30, then we'll call it. Anyone looking at the 80% setup on BTC? No, I haven't seen anywhere that we're outside of value area, or that we opened outside of value area. Maybe I'm wrong, but because of all the volume we had at the end of the day, I don't see how we could have opened outside. Oh, I guess we could. Okay, yeah, we were close, weren't we? I don't know. Because it was such a wide day yesterday, it's a difficult one. Like, I've got the value area all the way down here, but let's say there's too much volume at that low. I haven't seen anywhere where there's that kind of setup in play. But still, I'm still looking at prices moving up, so I guess the bias is the same, right? We're expecting higher prices, or we have been expecting higher prices, and that is what's playing out. Do you like a short from 21023? 21023. What's at 21023? What is at 21023? Yeah. Around there, yeah. Previous day EQ, previous day view out close. Maybe switch the 2 and the 3 around. 21032. Might be better. See, I'm on Bybit USDT and I'm not getting an 80% setup. But again, like I say, it's the same thing. We're still looking at higher prices. So your value area high, previous day value area high for me, leads you up to 21245, which would probably be golden pocket, right? Close to it. So you do have the golden pocket up there. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, Mark, I've seen Luke, we're currently being held down by the 15-minute 200 EMA, and just above we have the 0.5 fib at 21.023.5, which aligns with the bottom of the parallel channel. Okay, yeah, good additional confluence for that, for sure. So yeah, I mean it's the right area in which to be maybe looking for another short position, a scalp short position. You also have that value area high from the New York session up there. So 21,041, 21,040. So anything just above 21K, you just push above 21K briefly and come up here. Problem is you've got these highs like so close to it. So for anything more than a scalp, it's unlikely to really be particularly reliable. I'll move this down. I mean, if we take out 21K, then there are things that you could probably get a scalp off of. And then you're just looking at a move back into the weekly, because you're still, I'd say you'd still be expecting you're in an uptrend, right? So you don't really want to trade against that. And then you look for like maybe just coming back into that weekly level. So it's only like $100 move, but you could certainly look to trade that. We're not going to get there though, are we? It is 28 minutes past 3, so I've done an hour. We've got the initial balance in for New York. We've done a decent amount of trading or looking at the markets and looking at the possibilities for that. Mark, DXY seems to be moving up. I mean, yeah, I guess. This to me, I think higher prices, to be honest, today. I still think we're looking higher. It's unlikely to be like a big move, but the way things are looking here on the S&P, it looks kind of constructive. We do still have that gap above us. So at some point, once this has just forced its way down enough, then a move up into the gap looks good. Bitcoin should be able to continue that bullish momentum then, going higher. Yes, we did hit the 618 from this high to the low here, but I think we can I think it can push through that. Which is why for those short positions, because everything's been traded, if it can't, then we're looking at quite significantly lower. But yeah, my bias is still that we can push a little bit higher through the rest of the day. But all my main targets have been hit, so there's not a whole lot left to trade. Not much left to trade. So on that note, because we've done all the trades that I really had planned for today anyway, I'll wrap things up. I'll have another look at the charts in a bit. If there's new opportunities that if new opportunities present themselves, then I'll be around. But yeah, it's all gone to plan. It's all gone according to plan, and I'm very happy. So on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, 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 bye.